OrthoAthletes have revolutionized the game once again. Through their amazing app, you can find the top doctors in the entire state. You were the MVP on the field. Now you'll be the most valuable patient off the field. OrthoAthletes treats you like a 5-star. Download the app now and use the same doctors as professionals. Welcome back to the Utah Preps Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We are no longer dealing with any of the scrubs. We're dealing with the purebreds, the quarterbacks, the men that get it done on the field and will lead you to a state championship. If you don't have one of these 10 guys, I don't know if you can make it, to be honest with you. These are the top 10 quarterbacks heading into the 2025 season on the Utah Preps Podcast. Coming in at number 10, we've got a New Jersey native that's coming into Utah and will be quarterbacking for the Skyline Eagles. 6'1", 210-pound dual threat quarterback Xavier Kochi. Pretty good sophomore stats, I'll be honest with you. 1,500 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, but where he's special is running the ball. He had 611 yards and 14 touchdowns rushing. Look at him right there. You're not going to stop him, and he's added a dynamic portion to the Skyline offense that hasn't been seen since probably Roger Dupay. He is an absolute stud. He is a big-time dual-threat quarterback that will run over you. The Kochi brothers are a huge boost to Skyline. X throws the pretty ball with almost a little bit too much air under it at times, but he has the receivers to get under it. He has a chance to be special. He reminds me a lot of Bear Bachmeier that just went to BYU. I can't wait to see what the 2025 version of Skyline is going to look like with this kid at the helm. I mean, look at that, dropping it into the breadbasket, giving his receiver somewhere to go, just massive. Number 9, we've got Jack Clark, someone that is a little unheralded, but has the size, has everything you're looking for. 6'4", 215 pounds, coming out of Skyview. He is a dude. Jack has solid size, like I said, and fantastic stats. From last year, his secret play was the back shoulder throw. You just saw it right there. Just magnificent on his accuracy. And he's an athletic enough player to make defenders play. Look at that right there. He's at Rice Eccles, and the Utes are like, man, that's a great quarterback right there. He makes defenders have to have a spy on him because of his athletic ability, and I think his athletic ability actually pays off in the next level as well. He isn't the most polished quarterback yet. He's solid with he's going to be solid with returning a lot of starters, and especially a year 2 under Coach Alder is going to be awesome for him. I wouldn't be surprised if Skyview messes around and raises up a state championship trophy at the end of the year, especially with Jack Clark coming back. Look at everything he's doing. He's creative. He's awesome. At number 8, we've got a sophomore starter, junior starter, and now finally a senior starter, Wyatt Bingham. 6'1", 190 pounds coming out of Mountain Ridge. Wyatt has a cannon attached to his shoulder. I love his moxie. He has leadership. He should have 4 Division I receivers on his team right now, but he doesn't care. He is like, you know what? Any receiver can go to the next school, next man up, and I love his attitude. I loved watching him his sophomore year when he beat Lone Peak at Lone Peak. He is just that good. He is deceptively fast when you expect him to be a pure pocket passer, but he can move. He's a beast, and he's really, really cerebral in his approach to the game. Looks for top plays, and he looks for top athletes at all time, always keeping his eyes down the field. He can move, but he's best when he has time, and he can put guys into the best positions. That's what I mean by a cerebral quarterback. He's very tough. He hangs in the pocket even when chaos is around him, and he's my sleeper for the class MVP. Watch out for him. At number 7, we've got Cannell Sweetwine. 6'5", 205 pounds. And Cannell for Skyridge is the machine that makes that machine go. He's the engine that makes that machine go. Cannell is super interesting. He has elite size, a cannon attached to his shoulder as well. He throws a beautiful ball. He didn't have a number 1 receiver last year at all, and Skyridge really relied on his athletic ability to run behind the top line in the state. This year, I think it's going to be a little bit different. He's had a whole year to have his varsity experience, and he got better as the season went on. But with him getting his throwing up, you're going to see a lot of plays from him that are going to be special. BYU got probably the most intriguing prospect in the entire state because he is athletic enough to do a lot of different things. Reminds me a little bit of the quarterback at Granger a couple years ago that ended up at Oklahoma State, Sui. But Cannell is a kid that you're going to see open a lot of eyes if he can get his accuracy down a little bit better, and I'm excited to see it. At number 6, we've got Kepa Niumatolo, 6'3", 205 pounds, 2026, coming out of Lone Peak. And Kepa is probably the most intriguing prospect in the 2026 class. He always comes in clutch at the right time, beating Corner Canyon, the only team to do it. IMG couldn't do it, but do you know who could? Lone Peak. He went in and he said, "You're probably the best team in the country," and he went right after him and took them all the way to the end at the state title game as well. He got better as the season went on and really improved on his sophomore campaign. He's one of the most gutsy quarterbacks when the game is on the line, just pure leadership, and he does a lot of good things. He throws darts as well. You watch him and you're just like, wow, this kid has all the tools. As he puts them together, you're going to see him get some major Division I offers. If he can keep the momentum he built at last season, Lone Peak's going to be scary. And when you add the Pula twins and you add all of the other weapons that they have, I mean, goodness gracious, watch out, because Lone Peak, they're sick of hearing about Corner Canyon. They're like, we beat them last year, we should have beat them twice. Coming in at number 5, we've got Nate Dale, 6'1", 190 pounds, coming out of Ridgeline. Nate is a ridiculously good 2026 quarterback. Already committed to Eastern Washington. I love his game. He does a great job directing the offense, but he's also crazy athletic as well. If he was a little bit taller, that's the only question I have in his entire game. You watch his dropbacks, you watch his footwork. He's so smooth with everything he does. Takes an RPO, takes it to the house. You're just like, oh my goodness gracious. And he is going to have the most yards of anyone in the entire state this year, I'm willing to bet, because he's just that good. I can't wait to see what he does with that. But Ridgeline's another team as well that I wouldn't be surprised if they messed around and just won the state title. He's got a great supporting crew around him, a Utah State committed O-line, he's got a BYU committed receiver, and one of the top DN/tight ends in the entire country. Nate has it all, and he's going to be the one that gets it done. At number 4, we've got Tayden Evan Kava'a, quarterback, 6'4", 225 pounds, coming out of Orem. Tayden came in pretty late last season, to be honest with you, and he was still throwing dimes. But even with that, coming in late, he established himself as one of the top quarterbacks in the state and in the country, getting offers to powerhouse schools like Alabama. He has all the tools you're looking for, and I expect him to take a huge leap at Orem this next year. They have the best offensive line in the state and the youngest. They're all like 4 guys in the 2028 class. Is crazy. The scary thing is, with all the new players coming in, they're going to be a heavy favorite. Last year, they were kind of playing from behind. This year, everyone's like, Orem is the team to beat, and I'm excited to see that. But the skill set Tayden has is what SEC teams look for. He has height, vision, quick decision making, great control of the football, everything. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised for him going for 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns, to be honest with you, because they were really a run-first team last year. This year, not so much. You're going to see him take over games, and if you're not prepared to throw for 400 yards in a game, you're going to be in trouble. Coming in at number 3, we have Camden Lopati, 6'4", 220 pounds, coming out of West, the highest 2027 quarterback in the state. The top returning quarterback as well last year. I had him as my first team all Utah Preps podcast, and he was a stud. He did take some lumps last year. West decided to put together one of the hardest schedules in the entire state, going to Georgia, going to California, going all over. But that's going to give Camden an edge on a lot of different teams. He's not going to be scared playing anyone because he's already seen the best and he's already beaten a lot of the best as well. He can get it done through the air, on the ground, fantastic arm, spreads the ball out. You don't know who the number 1 receiver is. He is very unselfish with what he does with that. I'm just so excited to see the jump from sophomore year to junior year. That's when quarterbacks really establish themselves, and Camden's a kid that can get it done and then some. So excited for this young man and what his potential is for West. Watch out. they could be a team with him at the helm that's going to make a ton of noise and could possibly be holding the state championship trophy when everything's said and done. Coming in at number 2, we've got Trayden Bessinger. 6'5", 205 pounds, coming out of Davis. And I've loved watching Trayden since his sophomore year. Honestly, he came in and was just so confident, so amazing. He just got better every time I watch, and he's just a dog. You see him and you're like, I don't know how Davis is going to be. And he's like, you know what? I've got 3 of the best receivers in the state, and I'm going to make them all look better. He keeps his eyes down the field, but when he does need to run, he can do it. But I love his vision. It's what's really separating him right now. He's got a live arm and elite height. He's got fantastic dual threat ability that is lost in the shuffle because he does keep a good job keeping his eyes downfield, and his movement around the pocket is elite as well. He's a kid that makes everyone around him better. That's what I really like about him. Boise State just got the steal of the state, and I'm not sure if anyone even realizes it because he's just puts his blue collar pale and he goes and he does what he needs to do. I can't say enough good things about Trayden because he is that kind of a kid. His confidence, his ability to go in, he is just a stud. And coming in at number 1, the Texas A&M commit only gave us a small taste of what he could do last year, but every time I see him, he just gets better and better. 6'1", 205 pounds, coming out of Corner Canyon. We're talking about Helaman Kasuga. I've been watching Helaman since 7th grade, and there's a reason for that. He breaks down film, and he's better at taking advantage of defenders than any other quarterback in this class. He is a savant when it comes to football IQ. He puts his team in the best position to win, and we saw that when he went against the marquee team last year in IMG. He was ready to go, and there wasn't a better quarterback in the country at that night. I firmly believe that. He also is sneaky athletic. He does everything right. If you give him time to throw, he has the ability to toss the ball 60 plus yards where only his receiver can get it. Besides him being in a freak accident last year, he seems to have come back stronger, and that's insane to me. When I don't think anyone was willing to see that, but his work in the offseason, his determination, and his ability to get better, even when he was hurt, he was a true leader on the field. I'm so excited to see what he does this next year because he can etch himself in the echelon of Zach Wilson, Jackson Dart, all of these top quarterbacks.